I think that The Amazing Spider-Man, which is Andrew Garfield's version, is the best Spider-Man to date.
You are wrong.
That might be one of my hottest takes, but the reason I think this is because that version of Peter Parker is an inventor. He created not just his spiderweb technology, he also created a smart lock as seen in this clip. My friend Ethan and I got to building it. So let's take a look at what we're trying to recreate. In Peter's lock, he uses a remote control to control the lock and uses some sort of arm mechanism to unlock it. He also uses a barrel lock. I had a couple of ideas on how the actual locking mechanism would work. To put this very simply, Peter went way too hard in his design.
It's complicated.
Complicated.
What he could have done was just use a linear actuator attached to the handle of the barrel lock that just pushes forward and pushes it back like a sticky piston in Minecraft.
Whoa, just like Minecraft!
But he chose to use a more convoluted method, which was the arm mechanism that I thought would best be represented by a servo motor. To control the motor, I used an Arduino Uno R4 Wi-Fi, which is a microcontroller for prototyping. And for the remote, I chose to use a joystick. Then comes the issue of communicating those two things together. I chose to use two HC05 Bluetooth modules. This is actually a pain to set up, as you will see in following clips, but that's kind of the gist of it. So here's some clips of the build process. This is us making the arm mechanism with the lock. You see the piece? Nice. Here we are cutting out a base plate for everything to sit on. This was one of my first times ever soldering, and I did it so badly.
There we go.
Oh no.
Okay.
I got it eventually though.
There we go. That's beauty.
So we're in the shop right now, and Ethan's routing some stuff. We aren't gonna route one end because we want our...
Without the screws, obviously.
Yeah.
Flat against that.
So we wanted to spray paint, but it looks like we don't have any spray paint here, and all the shops closed like 8 minutes ago, so we'll see what we want to do next.
So tomorrow.
This is the setup right now. I'm trying to figure out how to make the Bluetooth module work. It's kind of been giving me some trouble, but I think I made a little bit of a breakthrough to set this one as the slave and master. There's a weird name for this, but I mean, I didn't rename it, so it's not on me. So the reason that I wanted to do this project was because I am a software engineering student. I feel like I never get to do any hardware or get to tinker around with that kind of stuff, and I think that's something that I would enjoy. So that is why we are working with breadboards and stuff, and I'm turning out to really like it so far. It's been a pretty good project. Also, The Amazing Spider-Man is one of my favorite movies of all time. We got the Bluetooth modules finally working. The two lights are blinking in unison. This took a lot of effort actually, because getting the master and slave mode to work together are kind of crazy, but we did it. So what you doing?
Making a piece of... I don't know what to call that. Restart.
So what are you doing?
I'm making the rod to attach the motor to the barrel bit.
Was that scripted?
That's only 1%.
Kind of a sad update. The motor blew up. I accidentally reversed the positive and negative ends, and smoke blew. Smoke came out of the motor, and I could just tell it was gone. I got a new, smaller motor, so it ended up working out. So now we're gonna test actually having the controller away from the lock. Ethan will tell us if it unlocks. Okay, are you ready? Unlocking it.
It unlocked.
That's pretty successful. And then we're gonna try locking. So yeah, it works. Well, there's no going back now.
Step one.
I did it. I'm installing something on my door. I never thought it would come to this.
What a day. What a day.
Here's the clip from the final product, and in the next one you'll see me trying to recreate the briefcase scene from the Amazing Spider-Man. That's the end of the video. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.